He was 90 years old, but it is still with great sadness that we report the death earlier today of Arthur Mercante. Mercante, one of the greatest referees in the history of the sport, passed away this morning after a long and rich life. His career spanned generations. He was an amateur fighter in the 30s, boxed in the Navy, became a referee during the war years, became a professional referee in 1954. First world championship fight was when Floyd Patterson regained the heavyweight title from Ingemar Johansson. His excellence in the ring would make him a regular in some of the world's biggest fights, the high point coming in 1971. Doesn't get any higher than this. He was chosen to be the referee for the fight of the century. Frazier Ali won at Madison Square Garden. He worked Foreman Frazier in Jamaica, finally calling the end of that fight. Had Ali Norton at Yankee Stadium, Ali Norton 3. He was always in excellent physical condition. His footwork was impeccable. He moved like a dancer in the ring, even when he was in his late 70s. Arthur Mercante would just float in and out, delivering the right touch and then dance away. And in the roughest of sports, he was the epitome of class. He was great at what he did, and he was rewarded for it. What a long, rich life. Arthur Mercante passes away gently this morning at the age of 90. First world title fight again was 1960. He always told great stories, told them here as well when we were over on Friday Night Fights for Ali Frazier 1. Refereed in total 145 world championship fights. And again, I saw him into the late 90s and was still at his best, was an outstanding referee. The last fight he did referee was in 2001, and he was 81 years old. He came up to visit with us again. It was only 3 years ago here on Friday Night Fights. It was such a pleasure. Everyone who met him felt that way. Arthur Mercante, one of the all-time greats, was 90 years old.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring out our main event fighters at this time, we would like your attention for a solemn moment as we pause to recognize the recent loss of two renowned and respected members of the boxing community. This past week, Lorraine Chargan passed away. The longtime boxing promoter and partner, along with her husband, Don, she succumbed to her battle with cancer. Lorraine was truly one of the sport's great individuals, deeply loved and respected by the worldwide boxing community. And just this morning, we learned that legendary Hall of Fame referee Arthur Mercante passed away. Mercante was the third man to the ring for many of the world's biggest championship fights, including Ali versus Frazier in Madison Square Garden. Well, fans, at this time, we would like to ask you to rise and remain silent as our timekeeper tolls 10 in honor of the champions of the sport, Lorraine Chargan and Arthur Mercante. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you.